Yeah, but yeah, we are here to fucking kick off the playoffs for the double dip drafts. We've got 4 matches lined up for you today, 2 of which we don't know who's gonna be fighting them yet, but our 4 participants for tonight are YBE, who ended up in top seed with 6 wins and only 1 loss. In second, I think it's Darkmaster, aka Scootaloo, because Darkmaster sadly had some unfortunate circumstances and he's not with us anymore. Then third place IDM, who's gonna have to fight Darkmaster in round 2. And Spood, who managed to just slip by into 4th place.
Would like to just add, Dogmaster is alive.
Yeah, Darkmaster, before anyone gets worried, Darkmaster is alive. He had some personal stuff to take care of. It was far outside of his control, so we're not blaming him. And Scootaloo stepped in to take his place in the draft. Made a few changes to his team.
Yeah, Dogmaster is fine. He's just not part of the DDD for this season.
Yeah. Also,
I personally like to call him Skogmaster.
Yeah. Also, to clarify for the people watching, Spood isn't actually in this stream. He's got because he has to participate himself. So, hi, I'm the one hosting this. I run the double drift draft together with Spood, and Nick is here with me co-commentating.
Hello. You all know me by now. Your good old boy Whiteloaf.
The man who does the Pokemon tourneys and the Smush tourneys.
That's true. This is here for the brains. I'm here to attempt to make you laugh.
To fill in the void that is the hole that was left behind after your parents broke up.
Yeah, well,
very sad, honestly.
Yeah, well, at the same time, it happens. Sometimes you just gotta go your separate ways. And leave behind a giant gaping hole in the earth.
in your children's soul.
Yeah, in your children's soul. And I mean, honestly, if you're not doing that, are you really parents at that point?
You speak truthfully. Also, hello Nightfall. Everybody giving them oh my dogs.
I see a lot of dogs right now.
I love seeing all the dogs in chat. Nightfall has this presence around him that's just so wholesome.
Yeah.
Also, with Scoots, Spood, and IDM here, I think we just require YBE. And then we are good to kick this off.
Hell yeah. Hopefully he's not late again.
Better not be late again. He's the fucking first seed. I don't want to have to fucking kick him out. Everyone was well informed that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bloopty blop blip is YBE.
There's Bloopity. There we go.
I actually fucking forgot that was his account on Twitch.
He has a lot of different names everywhere. It's confusing, but
yeah,
it means that all 4 are present and accounted for, which I think means that we can just roll into the first match, which is going to be our top seed versus Spood, who just barely managed to slip by into 4th seed, YBE, versus Spood. If you are so kind to challenge one another with the teams that you have prepared for tonight. I shall start the music in the background.
Time to keep spamming the fucking find a user function until it's
truthfully.
Yeah, you could just post a link in chat, but
or we could just keep doing this.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Also, do let me know if the audio is balanced like this, because it's. I think this probably should be a bit softer, since it's deafening to me.
Maybe you actually blew up my audio, since I don't have to worry about background noise.
And apparently YBE needs to go to the bathroom first, so there we go. I think it sounds pretty good. That's good to know. Because I could check myself, but then you'd hear it on the stream again and reverb and just go into infinity.
Yeah, I was checking it right now. It sounds good. We doubled. Yeah, everything sounds good.
Good.
So YBE. Wait, no, it's YBE versus Spood.
YBE
right?
versus Spood is round 1.
Yeah, so Spood, the only person to beat YBE, correct?
Yeah, funnily enough, YBE coming top seed has to face off against the only person that he lost to, and that match it wasn't even close. Fuck, it was a blowout. Mouth.
Yeah.
Guzzlord
Shout
came
out.
in, killed 5 Pokemon, and after that, YBE was just completely locked out.
Yo, girl with that mouth, dude.
So we're definitely gonna be seeing like YBE's team heavily altered to at least like have some switch in that and capability of beating Guzzlord, because he definitely wasn't prepared for it before.
Yeah.
Whereas
Guzzlord-
Spoods, we only really got to see Guzzlord and I think one other Pokemon. Can't remember which one it was, but it's basically like most of Spood's team is still unknown to
That's true.
YBE.
That's true. And he still got, the mind game threats of Wobbuffet and Shedinja in the back.
Yeah, Spood's team is very strange in that like both Wobbuffet and Shedinja they're memes. They're not good Pokemon, are very easy to play around. It says that they're gonna be extremely dangerous if you're left unprepared for them.
Yeah, oh shit, match up.
And it forces you to prepare like something for both Wobbuffet as well as Shedinja. Speaking of Shedinja,
Yeah,
there it is.
The boy.
Here's our first match, and we see Mega Lopunny. We don't see Suicune again from Elevator, which is interesting, because I definitely expected him to bring it as a counter to Guzzlord.
Yeah.
I suppose he's gonna be hoping that Scissor is capable of taking care of it.
Scissor, I think Tauros does learn close combat or superpower as well.
It's possible.
Leading off with AC 130.
Yeah, Spood not making this super aggressive leads with Guzzlord and set the lead with Skarmory, which is just safe. It gets up hazards, gets rid of any hazards that YBE might be going for. Plus, YBE, aside from Zapdos and Chandelure, doesn't really have a great way of hitting this thing, especially not Scissor.
Yeah, he does need to be careful though, because while Scissor can't really do anything to Skarmory, Skarmory can't really do anything to Scissor in return, I feel. Like, yeah, I can kind of annoy it with Brave Bird and Roost, but
I mean,
it can set up.
It can set up, but Skarmory is capable of carrying Whirlwinds to, negate any setup.
That is true.
And YB hard goes into Zapdos, which is one of the two things that very handily should be able to deal with this thing.
Now, do you think YBE is a man? Because I feel the man play is coming on right now.
I think, given like how well both of them must have played to get here, both of these players are very much men.
Okay, well, I was wrong. I honestly expected Shedinja to come out on like the Thunderbolt or something.
It would be Spood being a man in that case.
Yeah,
but
then again, there is Heat Wave.
I was about to say
so.
the threat of Heat Wave is always there, and this thing sort of just comes in on Zapdos and really doesn't care.
Yeah, Mouth coming back out. God damn that knockoff.
Knockoff hits like a truck, and Tauros instantly on the back foot. It's gonna just have one shot in it to hopefully dent this thing.
Yeah.
Because despite its like lowered power, the second knockoff is gonna knock this thing out.
Not sure. Because YBE definitely needs to take this thing out. I don't know. Alright, well. No,
Outrage. Interesting tech choice to like take care of Guzzlord, but sadly this thing comes in and sort of just sits on it. It's possible that Tauros does have Rock Slide though, in which case Shedinja would be knocked out. Presumably it has either a Sash or a Lumberry to either get rid of status or to survive even one super effective hit.
Yeah.
Judging by the fact that he swapped out there though, Tauros probably doesn't have a way of dealing with it, and Zapdos, oof,
Yo.
misses the Heat Wave. That's a 95% accurate move right there. He misses twice!
Oh my god!
That's a 1 in 100 chance right there.
You know what? No, this is oh god, what's the item called to make?
Oh,
Your
Bright
enemies,
Powder?
like,
Bright
yeah,
Powder?
It's a Bright Powder Shinin.
Bright Powder should. Do you think that's what we're dealing with here?
Well,
But the,
Rocky
the Rocky helmet from Vileplume kills it. Oh, that hurts YBE a lot, because that's like one of his 2 answers to Skarmory just gone.
Yeah.
Gonna have trouble.
Vileplume is also a pretty big answer to Guzzlord right now because it does get Dazzling Gleam.
It gets both Dazzling Gleam as well as Strength Sap, which is always just going to allow it to heal back to full health, just because that move is insane.
Yeah.
Besides
Smart choice sacking the Tauros. It was kind of already dead, and it's not really doing anything else for the rest of this round.
Yeah. Now YB has to make the decision of like, yeah, does he go into this thing, does he go into Magneton or Metagross, or does he go into Chandelure? Because like all 3 of those Pokemon are capable of dealing with this thing, but in reverse, Espeon has answers to all 3 of them as well in Hidden Power, Ground, and Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Then again, Hidden Power Fire. Sorry, I meant to say Hidden Power earlier.
I was about to say, I feel like Hidden Power Fire might come out. I don't know if I agree with the hard opening.
Yeah, definitely don't agree with the hard opening. It doesn't have its fighting typing yet, so it's very vulnerable to Scissor. One Bullet Punch is probably going to seal the deal on this thing, even if it does Mega Evolve.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be able to get some chip in if he fakes out. He goes hard into Scissor. Not Scissor, to Skarmory.
Yeah.
Which, as we've discussed before, it's set up fodder for Scissor if it has Sword Stance. But it's also just like hazard setup fodder for Skarmory.
Yeah, and if it does indeed have Whirlwind, like it is, I think it might not be over, but it's definitely going to put a large dent in YBE.
It doesn't necessarily put a large dent in it, it's just gonna set him back and sort of... It's gonna give Scissor a tough time setting up in general. Chandelure comes in. The second Pokemon capable of dealing with this thing easily.
Yeah. Does Chandelure get any, like, Fairy-type moves? I don't think it does. It gets Focus Blast, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't dare to say off the top of my head. Because I do know that Chandelure definitely struggles a lot with dragons. Or, like, dark dragons, anyway.
Yeah. Ooh.
But he makes the double, and Spood does indeed show that he is carrying the Whirlwind.
Yeah.
And makes the hard fucking prediction that he's gonna stay in. This is gonna cost him his Skarmory though, since anything is just going to knock it over, assuming that it's faster.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problem.
Which, you know, Metagross and Skarmory are equally fast, so... Metagross
can carry Bullet Punch though.
Metagross can carry Bullet Punch, but apparently it's not, as he decides to go for Pursuits. Interesting.
Ooh, I like that.
Interesting, but it does put Skarmory back into the game, and also it showed that Skarmory went first there, so it's very likely that neither of them have any speed investment, meaning they're at a speed tie.
Yeah.
So now it's looking tough for Elevator here, as it seems that this Metagross is not quite capable of dealing with the Skarmory. Out comes Vileplume though.
Alright, this is very good. This gives Spood a free roost, or just switch out. That works too. I forgot Magic Bounce worked on Strength Sap.
Yeah, Strength Sap.
That's actually so dumb.
Yeah, Strength Sap being a technically a status move, it means it's bounce back by Magic Bounce. The most likely move for Vileplume there probably was some kind of powder, or indeed like Strength Sap, and that's what it went for.
Yeah.
Metagross taking a... Metagross is definitely gonna try and pursue this thing. It's also taking a fat nothing from Psychic, being quad resistant to it.
Yeah,
Still 16%? That... Oof. Pursuit killing it.
That's that's a dead Espeon.
It is a definite dead Espeon. Do we know no, two of the moves on this thing now. On Metagross, Pursuit and then Headbutt. Presumably it has like Meteor Mash as well as like its Steel type coverage, and then one more move you're unaware of as of right now.
Yeah, Mimikyu Dio though, coming out.
Mimikyu hard coming out on this Metagross. This Metagross probably, it doesn't have speed investment, so it's most likely bulky. There's the Bullet Punch, by the way.
Oh, yep, it does have Bullet Punch.
And it sets up Trick Room. Very interesting. Not sure if this Mimikyu is slower than this Metagross. It's probably not, actually.
I do not think it is, but I do know a few mons that might be.
Unless Spood is...
In particularly Mouth is...
Mouth,
little fucker.
Well, speak of the devil himself.
Yeah, there's not all Rose can do to Mouth right now.
Yeah, Spood definitely just needs to click knockoff right here and deal a good amount of damage to anything and just threaten Scissor with Flamethrower.
Yeah, this might be game, actually.
It might be game, it sort of depends on what YBE decides to do. He can be smart and try to switch around. Like, he can switch into Scissor on the knockoff, still at full health. He can, and then and he can predict the Flamethrower and go into Chandelure if it has, what's it called? If it has Flash Fire. So it just sort of depends on the prediction that these two are gonna be making for one another.
Yeah, right now though, this is definitely the freest knockoff.
Yeah, definitely right now there's no reason not to click knockoff.
Yeah, out comes the Scissor. Yeah, that did nothing.
That did nothing, but again, Scissor does just perish if it sees even fire from a slight distance.
Yeah.
But on the positive side, Spood is very much like punishing every switch that YBE does decide to make.
Yeah, and Scissor does go down.
Scissor goes down, and with that, I'm not sure if YBE actually no. Vileplume can still. Vileplume can still fire off a very damaging Dazzling Gleam, but it's gonna need to be softened up a little bit first.
What percentage? It's at 16% right now. I don't think that dies to Rocks, does it?
No, Rocks is 12.25.
Yeah.
Vileplume comes in after the Trick Room ends. And it's gonna be attempting to fire off a Dazzling Gleam here. Or a Moonblast even.
Oh, Moonblast, okay.
So Mouth is dead. Leaving us with just... well... just Chandelure, Vileplume, Lopunny, Mimikyu, and Skarmory. But if Mimikyu has Shadow Sneak, which it does...
yeah.
that's game for Spood. Chandelure's not gonna be living this. And that's GG. That's the first match. Elevator made it all the way to top seed with only one loss, and that loss happened to be against Spood.
And now he has two losses, both against Spood.
Yeah, and Spood's proving right here that that wasn't a fluke, that he is indeed capable of taking out what is arguably the, I guess, supposed to be the best player.
Yeah,
if you're just looking at pure win rate loss.
Where were you when Spood was like, yeah, I'm gonna try my best. I'm probably not gonna do that well in this draft season, but you know, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna have fun. Here he is though, showing he's not just here for fun.
He's in the finals.
Yeah, he's in the finals right now.
Spood put himself in finals with the fewest amount of wins possible to do that with, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And Elevator will be doing his, or partaking in the third place match for third place later, because first we have a second match that we need to take care of.
Fuck me, I'm gonna throw up.
Spood's a nervous man. Let me just input their stats. It's a 3-0.
I'll go ahead and get the replay.
Yeah. Oh, I need to start the tournament first. That's the problem. Yeah. So, well, Spood won 3-0 over YBE. Alright. That means that Scootaloo and IDM, you two can feel free to set up your match and let us know once it's set up. That was very interesting though, because from the very start, YPE was sort of put on his back foot. Just because, like, YPE's team is highly offensive, but it doesn't take hits very well. His best thing to take hits with were like either Zapdos or Metagross. Neither of which really want to take hits from most of Spood's Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah, YBE had a lot of just serious stress. Even Tauros, like, if it can get a hit off on you, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of
with sheer force.
Sheer force as well as Life Orb combined into this a buttload of damage. And yeah, the Pursuit on Metagross was a very interesting tech choice. It works against... it can break to the skies and Mimikyu, it can break, or it can just kill Shedinja.
Yeah, it kills Shedinja. It kills Espeon.
What I say, it traps and kills Espeon. So definitely like some good preparation on his part there. I'll be honest, I definitely expected Elevator to bring Suicune. Like looking at Spood's team, it seems to have quite a lot of trouble against Suicune, but Suicune sort of has trouble with Shedinja, since if it's just a regular Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, and Scald set, then it literally can't touch Shedinja, and Shedinja just sets up for free.
Yeah. Spood also brings up a good point, the Rocky Helmet on Vileplume.
Yeah, the Rocky Helmet of Vileplume, because Vileplume was one of the better things to take hits from Shedinja.
Yeah, that was a really good play right there.
Yeah, it also would help soften up Guzzlord. Like if it hit Moonblast and somehow Guzzlord like had like a sash, then it would just like knock off and then Vileplume would fall over and be dead.
Yeah, did we ever see what Guzzlord's item was? I want to say leftovers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was leftovers, yeah.
Okay.
No idea what item Shedinja had since it's just sort of perished.
I'm thinking probably Lumberry, to prevent like burn or poison or something like that.
Yeah, Lumberry or the Sash make the most sense. Same what Sash Scoot says.
Sash?
Scoots, I see a match from Scoots, so let's go to that.
Opening that up.
Loot 30.
Put away this sad kitten video.
Stop looking at the sad kitten video. Okay.
Dude, it's so sad.
Alright.
It's a little baby cat that just wants to see his mom, but it's blind because it has 2 giant scab wounds over its eyes.
Okay. So, on this match, funnily enough, IDM has not fought Scootaloo yet. IDM fought against Dogmaster, which the Dogmaster actually won that exchange.
Yeah,
but
real shit.
Since then, Scootaloo has made and was allowed to make a few changes to the team when he took it over.
Yeah, real shit. Let me just go ahead and say it right now. Umbreon seriously slept on. Umbreon is probably one of the scariest monsters to ever exist.
Umbreon is definitely very scary. I used it in the SSL once, and it is just very tough to kill.
It's literally just Suicune 2.0.
Definitely.
Except support.
What was I about to say? The scariest part is it has like Heal Bell as well as Wish Passing for going for it as well. Let's see. Yeah. Again, in the fights that they had, or that IDM did against Dogmaster, Celesteela proved a very big issue for Dogmaster's team. Since he doesn't have many things that hit it very hard.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but
like
now we do have Volcarona, which, you know, Fiery Dance on Celesteela, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, Volcarona is definitely the best thing that Scootaloo has to hit Celesteela with, but if Celesteela is faster, with like any amount of special attack boosted, then Air Slash just comes out and kills Volcarona in return.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're also looking at 2 very bulky teams between Arcanine, Mega Venusaur, Mamoswine, and Weezing on one side, and Mega Aggron, fucking Reuniclus, Feeny, Umbreon, and Porygon 2 on Scootaloo's side.
Yeah, we gonna be here for a bit.
What was about to say? Like, feel free to like dig in, grab a snack. Cause this one's gonna take a hot second.
Yeah, I should have waited to grab my chips. God damn. I ate before the stream started.
I had spaghetti this evening. I haven't had spaghetti in such a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them sending out their megas right away. Definitely want to get that mega evolution off quickly because it boosts both of them defensively very strongly.
Yeah, I'm about to do my taxes while we wait for the match to end.
We're starting off with Sunny Day from IDM.
Ooh.
Very
okay.
interesting. Does Venusaur get like Weather Ball? No, it definitely runs fucking like HP Fire, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can get HP Fire. He could be running a special Victini potentially.
I mean,
I do know Victini does get quite a few good special moves.
Victini is incredibly strong on both sides. Funnily enough, actually, like, yeah, there's Weather Ball. It does get Weather Ball.
It does actually get Weather Ball. What the fuck?
Immediately putting a huge dent into Aggron, which is probably one of Scootaloo's best switch-ins to. Well, actually, never mind. It's not really a good switch into anything, if I'm honest. It just sort of sets.
It's a great physical wall. So like.
It's a great physical wall, but like it's weak to like Earthquake from Mammoth's which is still gonna hurt a lot. From Flare Blitz from Arcanine, V-Create from Victini, Flamethrower from Celesteela, and Flamethrower. Literally everything has like a fire move or an earth type move to hit this thing with on IDM's team.
Nah, you're forgetting about Filter, the best ability to ever exist.
Look what Filter just did to it.
Alright, that's a special attacking move though.
To be fair, Filter is like the only reason this thing is still alive right now.
Yeah. Like if it didn't have Filter, it would be gone.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this probably means that this Venusaur is special defense infested as fuck. Like probably like max health, max special defense, or special attack, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing is gonna be taking hits. Like, funnily enough, Under the Sun Synthesis also heals for either 66 or 75% of your HP.
Ooh, that was a really smart play actually, copying the Thick Fat.
Yeah, that means that
Porygon 2 is just even worse.
I was about to say, this Porygon is not gonna die to fucking anything right now. It needs to be.
Yeah.
Let's see if IDM has prepared like Toxic or something else to deal with this thing, because right now, Fire-type moves, which are like his main offensive, are not gonna be doing anything.
Yeah. Well, we got another thick fat boy here.
Also, IDM predicting a Thunder Wave. Coming in with his ground type.
This thing does bring superpower, right?
Mammoth's can have superpower indeed, and from that damage I'm gonna go ahead and say that Porygon probably is very specially defensive. Then again, like the damage is halved from a non-stab move. It's hard to tell.
I'm thinking one way or another, superpower is definitely the play. Maybe knockoff to get rid of the Evilite first.
It's fun. I think probably knockoff is IDM's first play here, since Scootaloo is most likely switching into Tapu Fini here. Either Tapu Fini or Reuniclus to deal with this thing.
He could even go Umbreon for all we know.
Umbreon wouldn't be a great switch into superpower though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but, you know.
Also, I say that, like, Mega Aggron is out of the game, but that's not entirely true. Umbreon can still, like, wish pass to it.
That's true, yeah.
IDM decides to play the long game, set up Pebbles. Pebbles were actually really important for IDM because they immediately tax full Corona for half its HP.
Yeah, and does force Scoots to actually defog, which will get rid of his hazards as well, which will make his fucking Victini a little more freer. Yeah,
Victini Arcanine definitely don't appreciate Pebbles on the IDM side, but Volcarona, which is Scootaloo's main offensive deal, it can't, like, justify that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh shit, like, Volcarona is, like, the only, like, actual offensive mon.
Yeah.
That is meant to be offensive, at least.
Yeah, also Porygon coming in again, taking that thick fat.
Yep.
So yeah, in the mirror matchup between Venusaur and Porygon, it's definitely going to be Porygon coming out on top. At least from what we know right now, since Synthesis has less PP than Recover does. And which, this thing, like 99% of the time has Recover, there's no way it doesn't.
Yeah. If it doesn't have Recover, this isn't truly Porygon 2.
Though, interestingly, Venusaur can carry Knockoff as well as, like, Toxic to try and deal with this thing a bit better. Or at least, like, allow its team to deal with it better.
Yeah, and Venusaur doesn't mind Thunder Wave as much. It can be annoying, because, paralysis.
Yeah, with Thunder Wave you're definitely risking getting paralyzed and losing critical Synthesis turns.
Yeah.
And especially if IDM plans to take advantage of the Sun more, then he needs to be able to move on every turn guaranteed and not risk 25% chance of doing nothing.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I don't think Venusaur is going to be the main sweeper, if you will.
Venusaur definitely is not meant to, like, sweep mainly, but between... Yeah, there's the fall play. Like, that's Porygon's main offensive move.
Yeah.
But between...
I was kind of expecting Tri-Attack, maybe, like, try and get, like, a cheeky burn or something.
Burn or Freeze, or Paralysis even, yeah. Tri-Attack would be nasty here, actually. It carries it. But here's the thing, it probably wouldn't be dealing damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say a number crunching in the background of this match.
Yeah, IDM again calling out Scootaloo, going into Mamoswine on the Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, does IDM go for his Pebbles again? Force this sort of like cycle to continue? Or
he goes
no,
he
goes straight for the knockoff, putting this thing in a much more difficult position. That means without Evilite, Porygon 2 is a lot frailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, these two are definitely like calcing every possible option.
Yeah.
Making sure they're not knocking themselves out with foul play, making sure that the opponent's taking sufficient damage.
Superpower will more than likely definitely kill now, huh?
Yeah, Superpower definitely is going to be the end of this Porygon 2 if it eats one. But IDM could also possibly hard call out Scootaloo again, predicting him to switch into Victini, or not Victini, Feeny.
Oh, Corona. Or yeah, or Feeny.
Feeny, yeah. Either that or he's just gonna like take his sweet time and just set up Stealth Rocks again.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything that's IDM clicks for right now would be decently good. And like Scootaloo's entire team is also grounded, by the way, which is something to note.
Yeah. Ooh, there's the Earthquake
Yeah.
and the crit.
Decides to just go for Earthquake. It crits. It still doesn't kill, so... But it does put it in range to where he can't... Scootaloo either has to recover. Because he can't switch in. He can't switch in on Stealth Rocks right now. He's too low.
Yeah. I don't know if that crit mattered. I don't think it did, because I feel like either way, Porygon 2 is still 2-hit KO'd.
Porygon would be 2-hit KO'd, but now Scootaloo can't really switch out without like putting himself in a difficult position.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's slower, so he's definitely gonna have to either like sack Porygon here.
I feel like at this point, sacking Porygon is probably the way to go.
I mean, it has lost its Evilite, which again, it makes it a lot less useful. But again, without crit, that would have done less than 50% to Porygon. So if it is able to recover, it's going to like regain itself slowly. But here's the real question Scoots needs to ask himself right now: what can it recover on? What does this thing outspeed that it can recover on? And the answer is possibly Celesteela, and that's it.
Maybe Weezing?
I think
it's not exactly the fastest thing in the world.
Weezing also isn't fast now. So either like Celesteela or Weezing would be the answer to that, because without any investments, which this thing most likely doesn't have, it's gonna be slower than Venusaur, slower than Victini, Arcanine, and definitely this Mamoswine.
Yeah, he opts to save Porygon for now. Yeah, 69%. Shout out.
Yeah. Puts it in the bag. Feeny down to 69%. Takes an Earthquake. And now the ball is back in IDM's court, because now IDM is the one who's gonna have to consider going out and do another Pokemon.
Yeah, it's actually quite unfortunate that Scoots has leftovers right now. Believe it or not, at 69%, you actually get 100% evasion. Little known fact of Pokemon.
Yeah. It's also actually a second clause that if you manage to get your entire team down to 69% exactly, you just win.
Yeah.
Like the opponent is legally forced to forfeit at that point.
It's like summoning Exodia. If your
Yeah.
whole team is at 69%, you just win.
You just straight up win.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go into Venusaur again, which, you know, that's definitely IDM's best switch in here. It sort of doesn't take anything from any water type move or fairy type move that this thing goes for.
Yeah,
And it
I
also
actually
can't get knocked
love-
off, which I always forget that Buffini gets knocked off, by the way.
You know, what Pokemon does not get knocked off? I know there's a lot of Pokemon that actually don't get knocked off. But what Pokemon that matters don't get knocked off?
You can look at my entire draft just about. I think I had like 2 Pokemon with knockoff.
God bless.
And it was very difficult for me.
You know what still like weirds me out? Incineroar does not get Pursuit.
I mean, I suppose it's not a very wrestler-right thing to prevent your opponent from leaving the ring.
Yes, it is.
Is it? I don't know. I don't watch wrestling.
Oh, yeah. You see someone going out of the ring trying to get like a chair or something from under a ring? No. You go after fucking clothesline their ass.
Fair. Also, Skidlow going into Reuniclus as IDM sets up the sun again for his team.
Yeah.
The Reuniclus
this
is...
thing doesn't want to take a Psychic, but at the same time, it's not gonna kill.
Venusaur... It's definitely bulky, so it might be able to live with Psychic. Reuniclus hits hard, keep that in mind. But he also has Victini in the back.
Yeah. He does also have Arcanine, and, you know, IDM has, in the past, run Assault Vest Arcanine.
Yeah, Assault Vest Arcanine is, like, perfectly valid, honestly.
Yeah.
The only slight downside to it is you can't recover.
He also goes on Victini.
He goes into Victini. Acid Armor! Scootaloo now only taking half damage from fire, or from physical type moves.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see if IDM did indeed bring the special Victini.
I'm a firm believer that this is a special Victini, because why would you have 2 like physical fire attackers, you know? Especially
it's fair, but
Arcanine,
Arcanine can definitely be special as well. It's not optimal, but it can.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Victini at least has U-turn, and it still does a buttload. That thing is most likely banded as all hell.
Oh yeah, that's definitely banded.
So like 70 base power banded after Reuniclus has twice the amount of armor.
Yeah, that thing is definitely physical.
That's a physical banded Victini if I ever saw one. But that also means that Reuniclus, while it is running acid armor, it probably isn't running... what's it called? Can't think of it. Oh, it's probably not running... Oh, max physical defense in like EVs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Scootaloo is sort of hoping for acid armor to sort of like patch up the massive physical weaknesses it has.
So we're definitely going to see a Toxic right here, right?
Reuniclus...
Like, no way.
Reuniclus can have Magic Guard. IDM wasn't able to check since there were no rocks on the field right now, so he doesn't know whether it's Magic Guard or Unaware.
Or Regenerator.
Sorry, this thing doesn't even get Unaware. It's Magic Guard or Regenerator, yeah.
The Calm Mind makes me think probably Magic Guard.
Yeah, this thing definitely has to be Magic. This thing needs way too long to set up.
Yeah.
So this thing is Acid Armor, Calm Mind. It has to have like a Psychic Staff for Venusaur pretty much. So most likely Psyshock, there's Psykick. Yeah, there's Psyshock. As well as Focus Blast. I'm gonna go ahead and guess is this thing's last move.
Is that Weezing?
Weezing could be also carrying Clear Smog, which would get rid of Reuniclus's defense boosts.
You know what I really want to see right now?
What do you really want to see right now, Nick?
I want to see Z Explosion.
Z explosion would be a fucking. Does it even work? Because I think Z moves cap out at like 200 base power.
I just want to see. I just want to see explosions. I just want to see a big boom.
Yeah. Well, here's your Z move. It's Z Memento.
Oh, it's Memento. Okay.
That means that whatever IDM is gonna switch into is gonna get healed back to full HP. But meanwhile, this thing's offensive stats are completely crippled.
Yeah.
So
he might go Mammoth Swine since it's the only thing kind of lacking in HP and it can knock off.
Mammoth Swine would be good here, definitely because it has knockoff. He also could go into Celesteela and try to just set up. Yeah, but he brings in Mammoth Swine. Mammoth Swine heals back to full because that's what Z Memento does, by the way. Also, a little side note: if the Pokemon has a status and you go into it after a Z Memento, it does not heal the status. That's something that IDM and I discovered in the match that we did.
Yo, shout out to Turn 20, by the way.
Yeah.
First death, and it wasn't even a KO.
It was suicide.
Yeah, it was literally suicide.
Yeah. I mean, we knew what we were getting into with like two teams as thick as this, so yeah, it was to be expected. So here's one question that I want to ask you that I actually don't know the answer to.
Okay.
If you switch in with Tapu Fini on the Toxic Spike, does it get Toxic first or does Misty Terrain enter first?
I do believe the Toxic takes effect first, but I could be wrong.
I think I'm just like sort of calling back to how the animation plays. It's definitely the like Pokemon that comes out first and then the terrain that comes after.
Yeah.
So I think that no matter what, at least Tapu Fini is gonna get Toxic. But Umbreon's in the back, it could always have...
Synchronize.
Not Synchronize, Heal Bell.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
I don't think Synchronize works with Toxic Spikes.
I think it does.
I think Synchronize is
specific.
specific.
I think in one of my playtests, it did.
I think what's or the way Synchronize works is that if a Pokemon like statuses you, then you return it to that Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So like if in a double battle, if one Pokemon would Thunder Wave your synchronized Pokemon, then only the Pokemon that used Thunder Wave would get paralyzed in return. Is I think how it works. So Spood says that it's untrue.
Does the terrain come in first? I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I can see that being the case.
Also, IDM definitely is having to look around and consider all of his options right now, because this thing's special defense is gonna go on the rise with Calm Minds.
Yeah,
and
he could roar.
It's very possible for this thing to have roar here.
Hey, hold that thought real quick.
So that's the thing that we're asking here. Like, does Misty Terrain enter first, or does Tapu Fini technically enter first?
No, I think the stream died.
Did it?
Hold on, let me refresh. Maybe it's something on my end.
Definitely looks fine on my end.
Okay, no, yeah, it was something on my end.
Yeah. I was about to say I went around with my mouse and I could see it. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, stream is safe. I'm sure that the chat would inform us if it froze up.
Look,
Okay.
I saw a network error. I was like, uh-oh. Either I died or the stream died, and I can still hear Lars.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, we see IDM setting up the sun. I'm not sure. IDM definitely needs to start dealing with this thing, because every turn that passes, it's gonna become more and more unkillable unless he gets a crit with it.
Yeah, if he does not have roar, like...
He's in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Like, this might be... Because, like, even if this thing's not doing a lot of damage, like, that's still... Okay, that did damage, but he has recovered.
Well, on the positive side, IDM does know this entire thing's set now. The only offensive move it has is Psyshock, meaning that Victini can potentially come in and not really take a lot of damage. Especially since it's still at just neutral special attack. As well as Celesteela could come in.
Yeah, and we saw how much damage Banded U-turn did earlier, so...
Yeah, that was with
Banded...
+3 defense. He has one extra layer of defense now, but... Yeah, I think definitely if Victini comes in and just clicks V-Crate under this sun, it's gonna be still dealing a lot of damage. And he has 2 turns to go with it. 2 turns of potential V-creating, let's see if it's enough. Or Skudlu might call him out and just click recover on this V-create. It's most likely about to happen.
Yeah, I feel like recover is something to play either way.
Oof, it doesn't even do more than 50.
God damn, this thing.
Yeah, this thing has with 2.5 times defense and recover, it's reaching unkillable levels. But again, Skudlu needs to see how much he can do with just 16 Psy Shocks. 14, sorry.
Yeah.
Because he needs to take out 2 psychic resisting Pokemon.
It's not looking... It's not looking great, but it's not exactly looking bad. It's looking frustrating right now.
It's definitely looking frustrating. IDM is gonna have to be expending a lot of resources just to kill this thing. After that, Skudlu still has his entire team in the back. It's definitely not a lost case yet, because you know Pokemon is Pokemon and crits are very much still a thing. And if it does land, then this thing is gonna be dead.
Yeah.
So, IDM is banking his season right now on just 1 in 16.
Yeah. God, he really wants it.
Yeah. Even if Reunicus is at full health, it's not gonna be taking a V-Create with this thing.
Yeah.
But IDM also needs to keep in mind that every V-Create lowers his speed, lowers his defenses, and makes Skudlu's like Psyshock deal more damage. But on the other side, it is slowly like making him run out of recovers. There's still 13 to go, so don't hold your horses just yet.
Yeah, hold on. We got some time. If anyone needs to use the bathroom or grab some popcorn or something, I suggest now is probably the time to do it.
It definitely is the time to do it right now. But yeah, Skudlu is just sort of having to hope that doesn't happen and set up as many Calm Minds as he can. As quickly as he can. Like, the less turns that he is being assaulted, the less turns that, a crit can happen. Just 2 more brings him to +6. And even at +6, I'm not sure how much it's gonna do to this thing. Here, IDM's trying to get the flinches.
Yeah. Desperately wanting a flinch. What do you do?
Sorry, was interrupted very briefly. Ooh, and now we see the Psyshocks coming out.
Yeah.
+4 Psyshocks from Reuniclus. Hitting as much as you would expect him to. Half of Celesteela's health in a single shot, and there goes the other half.
Yeah, that's... He has to get a crit. Like, there's literally no other way.
Yeah, IDM needs to get a crit, and even if he does, again, Skudlu has the entire rest of his team waiting in the back just to clean up what IDM is left. It's definitely not impossible, but it's hard. IDM's definitely gonna have to play well to get rid of like 3 more fucking walls on Skudlu's side.
Yeah.
And I'm opting for the sunny day instead of a flare blitz. And again, this might be a very supportive Arcanine.
Yeah. Alright, moment of truth.
It's gonna come down to the next V-Crate, possibly the next 2 V-Crates, depending on how bulky this thing proves to be.
Yeah.
Reuniclus decides to go for Recover. That actually makes sense, because if he just waits 1 V-Crate, then the next one will hit twice as hard.
Yeah.
Due to like the stat drops. And the V crits does not crits. That puts IDM way back. Even this thing, if it Earthquake needs to get a crit and it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
I think that's definitely game. We're gonna like even if it does crit right now, I don't think it would be enough. And there it goes.
Yeah.
And there's no way in hell Venusaur is capable of destroying the rest of Scooterless team on its own. Goes for Solar Beam, it's not enough. Venusaur falls and IDM cripplingly loses. That's 6-0 in the playoffs to Scootaloo.
Yikes.
Rough, yeah. Very well played though. Had any crit happened, then that match would have gone differently, but you know. This is the world we live in.
It's true. It really do be like that sometimes.
It definitely do be like that. And to put those stats in.
Oh, and get the replay up.
Yep, you do that. So that means that we know the matches that we are gonna be seeing today. Like the last two.
Yep, we're gonna be seeing
We're gonna be seeing YBE and IDM duke it out for 3rd place, and Spoods versus Scootaloo in the finals. Let me double check if... I think Scootaloo and Spood are the only two that have fought. I mean, like, Spood is the only person that has fought Scootaloo. Because YB and IDM both fought Darkmaster when it was still Darkmaster. So yeah, we're definitely seeing some interesting developments here. Because IDM is widely regarded to probably be the best Pokemon player that we have around.
Yeah, and to get 6-0'd like that, that's that is definitely rough.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be taking a quick break until I'd say whatever, like 10. It's 10 p.m. on my end. Whatever's like is in 6 minutes.
So if we take a quick break, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Alright,
Hold up.
Alright, you take the bathroom real quick, and I'll sit here like a fucking duck. Wait, so Adian, you did carry Clear Smog on Wheezing? Also, you're free to send the challenge, YB, because we're gonna be doing the 3rd place first. And we're just don't start playing yet. And yeah, let's see. I have notes for every match here. Yeah. And funnily enough, IDM only lost to 2 other people. One of them being Darkmaster and the other one being YBE. So, sort of the same deal that YVE had versus Spoods. He's going up against one of few people that managed to take him down twice in a row. It's interesting. I analyzed the replay a bit. I definitely IDM fucked up calcing something with Venusaur against Scissor with after Strength Stab, because Venusaur was weaker than IDM calculated with, which sort of cascaded into like Chandelure getting up a substitute for free. And eventually like sweeping him from there. Like substitute Calm Minds. Chandelure was the thing that put a nail in IDM's coffin in his previous encounter. Wait, didn't you lose it? Oh yeah, sorry. You're right, you did beat Darkness. Never mind. Look, I don't have the like the whole bracket in front of me. I just have to like go in what I remember.
So much better now.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I've been holding that in since the start of that match.
Holding in that big shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Funnily enough, IDM beats Dogmaster, but now Scootaloo comes back in Dogmaster's place and took down IDM, and now IDM has to go up against YBE, who did beat him. Sort of the reverse of what YPE had to deal with in his first round.
Yeah.
Let's see. We grabbed the match already.
Yeah.
I'd say if like both of you are feeling good, then you're free to start.
Yeah, if this is what you're feeling, go for it.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'll just send a message quickly because they might not have this.
Someone had Tyrantar, honestly.
Funnily enough, Tyrantar doesn't have a single kill.
I don't think I've seen Tyrantar once during this entire season.
It's made a few appearances, but yeah, it didn't have any kills. It always just sort of died instantly. Because Tyranitar is bulky on the special side, just sheer due to...
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to prepare against when you know it's coming. Like, literally just give any Mon, like, you know, a physical fighting move, like close combat or superpower, and it's pretty much done.
Yeah, it's definitely a scary Pokemon, and it can do a lot. It's just that Rock and Dark, it has a lot of weaknesses. Just
Yeah. It's great offensively, but
it's great offensively. It can take a fair amount of hits, especially due to Sandstorm. Sandstorm buffs the special defense of Rock types by I think 50% off the top of my head. So it sort of is like it always has an Assault Vest.
yeah.
And then you actually give it an Assault Vest.
Yo, AV T-Tar is great.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says.
Except you don't have like Dragon Hands.
No, I don't care what anyone says.
Also, Gengar, we're not sure when the second season is gonna be happening. We're thinking about doing a little off-season first that's just gonna be a lot more casual and slow to sort of introduce a lot more people to the concept of draft leagues. And then kick off the second season after that. Because I know there's a lot of people that are sort of very hyped for like a second season, either because they want to like try different Pokemon or they want in general.
Dude, I already have my new draft, like pretty much already set up.
I myself know what Mega Pokemon that I want for it, but I'm definitely gonna have to quickly look around like what Pokemon go with that Mega.
Dude, I got like backup plans. I got the whole 9 yards.
I got that online as also, and we're starting, and once again, Scissor has to face down a Flying Steel type.
I thought Gengar was awesome. Welcome back, awesome.
Ah, right, yeah. Nick, could you be so kind to quickly grab the invites to the Discord channel?
I will grab that. Yeah, you want me to just put it in a Twitch chat?
Just put it in the Twitch chat, yeah. But yeah, this stare down, it's again Scissor going up against the Flying Steel type, which means that it just sort of can't do anything aside from knockoff. And you definitely don't want to be staying in Celesteela since it has Flamethrower, it has, you know, its setup moves. You definitely want to be threatening this thing as soon as you can.
That should be it. Did that not work?
It just says discord.gg. That's Discord site.
I don't know why I didn't work. I click invite people. And my button's humble old man.
Let me do it.
No. My pride.
There it is.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So yeah, feel free to join that Discord. That's the Discord that we host the... what's it called? The Pokemon things in. Also has announcements for Whiteloaf tourneys that he does every other week in Pokemon, and the week that he has a new Pokemon, it's Smash tourneys.
true. I alternate between Pokemon and Smash.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks Smash, every 2 weeks Pokemon.
Yeah, feel free to pop in. We'll handle the what's it called, like all the roles afterwards real quick, unless Spood could be a champ and do that real quick.
Yeah, he might be catching his breath.
Possible that he's catching his breath. Right, Zapdos comes in again. Zapdos being one of 2 things that YPE has to sort of punch through flying steel types.
Yep.
It's all sort of like we have seen this whole song and dance before.
Yeah, I feel like the team actually isn't that much different.
Yeah, that's definitely. It does have T-Tar over Tauros, and aside from that, it's the exact same team.
Yeah, which, I mean, T-Tar can deal with Rabombi, it can deal with, can potentially deal with Zorora if it's a specially attacking Zorora.
Yeah, then again, Zorora tends to be physical and also tends to have close combat, which definitely, you know, it sort of rocks the world of T-Tar.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what. I guess it could deal with Arcanine. Arcanine getting, like, good fighting moves that get close combat?
It gets close combat, yeah.
No, well, then never mind then.
Also, one thing to note, YBE is actually the proud owner of the Kill Leader, the Pokemon that got the most kills in the normal season, which was Suicune.
That thing fucking sucks, I hate it.
Yeah, Suicune, which it ended up like doing a lot of work, but he didn't bring it in either this match or his match against Spood, which I found very interesting. Also,
I guess since it's, you know, like the kill leader, he was probably like sitting there thinking like people are going to expect it. They're gonna be ready. They're gonna be preparing for Suicune.
I mean,
if I bring it, I'm just gonna get killed.
Yeah, I mean, people are definitely going to be preparing everything that they can for Suicune, but that doesn't mean that Suicune is bad if it's broad. Like, you prepare for every Pokemon, ideally.
Yeah, that superpower did some damage.
I was about to say, that's super.
Welcome back, Spood.
And welcome back, Spood. Spood, if you could, like, keep an eye on the Discord real quick and give people roles as they enter, it'd be swell. Thank you. Yeah, but Scissor definitely putting a big chunk into this Celesteela, which definitely tells me that this Celesteela is going to be more of a sweeper type than a bulky leech seeds substitute waste your time set.
Yeah.
Which I would find very interesting, since that means that IDM has both this thing as well as Rabombi in the bag to be a potential like Quiver and Sweeper.
Yeah.
We're gonna. This one definitely isn't gonna stay in with both its attack lowered as well as like its defense low against something that's just gonna click Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Out comes Zapdos again to attempt to deal with this thing. We'll see if YBE makes the discharge play, which he does, and he gets the Para. Ooh, IDM predicting that roost and getting it wrong costs him a lot.
Yeah.
So let's just go into Mammo now, not risk any like paralysis or risk any like getting fucked by it.
So I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that he stayed in on the discharge, I was actually predicting light screen with weakness policy and automatize.
The memes were last night. We're here to like actually play Pokemon.
Well, yeah, that's a valid set. You got
it
light screen up. Hello?
It is a valid set. That's true.
Why does default get rid of screens?
Default gets rid of like everything that's on the field.
Yeah, but like, why?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Cause like, you know, well I guess no, yeah, wind can break. Strong winds can break glass. Never mind. You know what? Ignore me. Yeah, that's actually fucked up. It is everything except for Leech Seed. I don't even think Rapid Spin gets rid of Leech Seed, does it?
No, Rapid Spin does get rid of Leech Seed, actually.
Why the fuck isn't Defog then? This is bullshit.
I guess because like it's attached to you. I don't know.
So?
I,
You think I give a shit, Pokemon?
I don't know what you care about. Also, yeah, Scissor sort of just looking at like a nightmare of a team to deal with. The only thing it's really great against it's Rabambi and Mammoth Swine. Sort of just wants nothing to do with the rest.
Yeah.
Especially not this Arcanine, which.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Scizor too much in these draft leagues. It's way too easy to prepare for, honestly. Unnerve, hello.
I was about to say, that's interesting. So this thing does just not gotta be having any of that berry nonsense.
Yeah.
If you want to know something else that's even more interesting, Arcanine doesn't have Intimidate. It has either Flashfire or Justified.
Probably Flashfire for Chandelure.
It's very possible it has Flashfire. But I mean, like, Chandelure would use Shadow Ball against this thing anyway. And it probably has Flashfire itself, so it doesn't help anyone.
That's true. It could be justified.
Maybe he could potentially be trying to catch some HP Fire nonsense on Celesteela, maybe? Definitely curious to see what this Tyranitar is going to do. Because it could potentially just be destroyed with close combat, or it's... Yeah, it would have been destroyed by close combat.
I was really hoping we were going to see a Pursuit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Well, if it was Pursuit, then he might have triggered Justified, which it's possible that this thing has it. We just don't know.
That's why. I wanted to see if it was justified or not.
Here's an interesting question. Can you use Burn Up a second time? I'm gonna go ahead and say that the answer is probably no, since he switched.
Yeah. No, I think you have to wait for it to get his fire back, or fire typing back.
Yeah. So we're again looking at a situation where Mega Venusaurus has lowered attack, which is something that messed him up in his original match versus YBA. Strength Stab is such a stupid attack, honestly.
I love it. It's great.
It's awful. I want it gone.
It's a fantastic move.
Perfectly designed. Strength Stabs
Just
again.
like Pokemon.
Wait, oh, this thing is scarfed. What the hell?
Hello? Choice Scarf. Alright, you know what? I'm not the one in playoffs. I have no room to speak right now.
I mean, it's true that we have no room to speak, but it doesn't even... Bulbo doesn't even outspeed base 100 speed Pokemon with Choice Scarf.
Look, all I'm saying...
Does it get Trick?
Does it?
Does it... I don't know.
No, because... Why would you go Trick before then? I guess maybe predicting the Venusaur, but...
I mean, if he tricked before, then he now would be stuck into Trick because he can't... You know... And also, Arcanine with a Scarf is actually decently dangerous as well.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, like, it can have Crunch, which deals with Chandelure, or it can have, like, any Fire-type move to deal with Vileplume and Metagross. Close Combat deals with T-Tar, Fire again deals with Scissor, which just sort of leaves Zapdos to deal with it, one-on-one.
Yeah. I'm showing Sleep Powder. Vileplume's staying in, though.
Yeah, Vileplume's staying in with Hidden Power. That's most likely Hidden Power Psychic, actually, judging by the amount of damage it did.
Ooh, that's true, actually. I didn't even think about that.
Because, yeah, like Hidden Power Fire would have been doing Dick right now. And again, I don't know. Fucking IDM has 2 Thick Vet users, and I just think that's awful. It shouldn't be allowed.
When both players click Sleep Powder?
Yeah, if you're a Grass Poison type versus another Grass Poison type, and both of them are bulky, you're just sort of playing a game of like one of us has to change.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're both doing it correct, because if they switch, they instantly risk like getting Sleep Powdered or Poison Powdered or whatever.
Yeah, that has to be HP Psychic. There's no way.
Venusaur doesn't take just 50% from any HP.
Yeah.
You think this Fall Plume has any recovery?
I think it showed. Oh, it has Strength Sap.
Oh, right, it does have Strength Sap, which means that, yeah, IDM's gonna have a very... I think IDM's gonna find himself depressed in just a second here. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Elevator decided that he is the one who is going to change, and he chose an opportune time to do it.
He did.
So now this Metagross is in, and I think IDM sort of just has to consider what he has to do, because it doesn't have a switch into Metagross in general.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like he might go Celesteela since it's kind of already dead.
Yeah, Celesteela is not very useful right now, and sort of allows him to go into Mamoswine afterwards.
Yeah.
Or Arcanine. Arcanine would be better since it doesn't get hit as bad by Bullet Punch.
Yeah. And if it is a Scarf Mode,
We're both yawning.
It's contagious.
I know, it's true. Yeah, also, I don't think Fall Plume learns Psychic, or any like stronger Psychic type moves than HP Psychic.
You might get Dream Eater.
Maybe Dream Eater, but if you know, that thing is very clearly made to deal with Venusaur, and judging by the fact that IDM Swords only had knockoff to hit it with, it's very good at dealing with Venusaur, since at any point he can just click Strength Sap and get all of his health back.
It's true.
And Hidden Power has like a batillion like PP, so we can like stall out synthesis.
You said PP?
I did say PP, live on stream.
PP?
I can be... You also said PP.
I like it, the PP.
You like it, a PP?
You're accused of eat so PP. How you plead?
I eat all the PP.
So I like it to taste, actually. Zapdos coming out.
Zapdos comes out, Mamoswine just...
Degeneracy.
Yeah, Mamoswine just gets up a Reflect and then immediately disposes of Zapdos.
Alright, so I know people usually run Zapdos like bulkier, but I did not expect Mamoswine of all things to outspeed.
Don't disregard, Mamoswine can be decently fast. In fact, Mamoswine speed dives with Chandelure, but Chandelure, very cleverly, has a balloon. How it's holding on to it in a way that doesn't immediately blow it up, I don't know.
Hot air balloon.
It needs to be a very tall balloon. Even then, like, the heat from the flames would rise up, cause it to heat up and blow up.
No, it's a hot air balloon.
Then you're just uncontrollably flying upwards.
It's Pokemon Fusion, it's got a Drift Gloom on top.
Yeah, Mamoswine just sets up Reflex. And then gets rid of that balloon very promptly.
Ooh, and he gets the flinch.
Yeah, that flinch is actually very important. Since Zapdos is dead, that's the only Pokemon YBE had that wasn't grounded, aside from this balloon Chandelure.
So he's actually free, just click Earthquake.
Yeah.
He sees that, so...
I was about to say, IDM clicks that free Earthquake, because that would have just killed Chandelure. Yeah, IDM definitely knows Chandelure is a threat, because it's what caused him problems the previous time. We're just sort of gonna have to see what IDM decides to deal with this Scissor. My guess is it's probably going to be Arcanine coming in to deal with it.
Might go Arcanine.
I think one of the best lines IDM can take here is go into Arcanine, since it's still at full health and probably has the potential to recover. And from there, just if he has it, click Crunch. Since Crunch probably like either 2 or 3 HKOs this Scissor, and always you threaten it with Bullet Punch. Or not a Bullet Punch, with Burnout. Definitely is staying in right now, which is very curious. Because this thing is not winning a 1v1 versus Scissor.
Yeah. Might just be going for chip right now. You know, Scissor is too low, can die to a lot of things right now.
True, but we haven't seen one move from Scissor yet, and I'm gonna put a bet that that move is Roost as I knock over my fucking glass.
Yeah, I was about to say, this fucking Lars just fucking busts over everything he owns.
I have no more positions. My computer's bust. Stream's over. Goodbye.
See ya. Enjoy the rest of the playoffs.
I was about to say, just like watch it yourself and then commentate over it. Yeah. Now IDM decides to switch as YBE goes for U-turn, predicting IDM to switch.
He might go. I mean, Arcanine's shown close combat, so I don't know if he'll go T-Tar.
Yeah.
He might go.
He doesn't go into T-Tar. Metagross sort of dies to burn up. Vileplume dies to burn up, and if he has it, Chandelure dies to crunch.
Yeah.
And he also has both Reflect as well as Light Scream up right now, so one thing IDM won't be doing is taking damage. And a lot of it anyway.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm willing to bet that this might be AV Arcanine.
It's definitely possible for it to be an AV Arcanine. I mean, fucking Scissor did 11% through a resist through a reflect. That's a chunk right there. That's a strong Scissor. Or a not very bulky Arcanine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Spood is right. Like, if this thing threatens everything that fucking YPE owns, but at the same time, if Arcanine is to perish, then I think IDM is in big trouble.
Yeah, because well, no, because I think Zorora can actually carry some pretty good fire moves, and at worst, it can carry HP fire.
Yeah.
Opposite sack fire, maybe going for the Spore?
Might be going for the like effects for, yeah. Then again, like Vileplume was one of the things that was stopping Venusaur from putting in a lot of work. I wonder what this Venusaur's last move is. Since it wasn't HP Fire, since he would have used it against Shen or Vileplume.
He may not have wanted to show HP Fire. Honestly.
Tyranitar comes out, which it's interesting, and then he goes, okay, well, Elevator making it very unnecessary. Actually, not necessarily unnecessary, because it means he wasted an extra turn of screens.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea behind that, like, this sort of baits IDM into wasting his time. And there we see the crunch.
Yeah, love the crunch. He manages to get the sub up, though.
Actually, it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Screams YB.
Yeah.
Says.
Since Chandelure doesn't really have a way to knock this thing out, it's just gonna sort of hit it with a Shadow Ball, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
You also can't afford to switch out with it, since, you know, having a substitute up, it just means that you can click one thing for free. And it's just better to take that than to not take that.
It's true.
Yeah, Crunch comes out, kills it. Shadow Ball comes out. That's definitely an AV.
Yeah, there's no way it's not AV.
Yeah, because Chandelure is slow and very frail, but it's not that weak. Like, offensively, it hits like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But this does mean that he can bring in Scissor again. Since Arcanine does not resist it, and it can't use Burn Up right now.
Yeah.
Meaning IDM will be forced to probably sack something. Probably the Fly, Cutie Fly, Ribombee.
Yeah, I feel like Ribombee might be the sack here. If anything, he does have one last move, which could be Fire Fang, just in case of this situation.
It might be Fire Fang. Close combat also might be enough to finish off the Scissor, but here's the thing: how much damage are you gonna take from Bullet Punch? Since Bullet Punch, Technician, and Stab is gonna do more than U-turn, and U-turn already would have done 22. While it was resisted and reflects. So U-turn right now would do about 44% of this Arcanine. Bullet Punch is gonna do more. Bullet Punch would act like a base 90 power right now.
Yeah, he opts to go for the safe one.
Yeah, it doesn't decide to sack anything, it just goes into Venusaur.
I just realized that this Venusaur's name is Photo and it has a move Synthesis, and I hate IDM.
At least IDM like nicknames his Pokemon, unlike YB.
Yeah.
I feel like nicknaming our Pokemon is an integral part of
It's my favorite
Draft
part
leagues.
of draft leagues. Yeah,
And I personally like to keep like the nicknames consistent across like the whole season.
I do too. Unless
Yeah.
I'm going against
Also,
someone specific.
also, IDM, I know you don't usually nickname them. It's just you have them right now. So shut up. You're cool for once in your life.
Ouch. IEM's never cool. You heard it here first, folks.
Look, if you nickname your Pokemon, you're a cool guy.
It's true.
Oof.
Ooh.
Sleep Otter misses. That actually is very, very concerning.
Yeah.
Bullet Punch is not gonna one-shot this thing still. At least it shouldn't. Sort of depends on the roll that he gets. But whatever it is that this last move is, it's gonna have to pay off. Yeah. Also, his IDM definitely is gonna throw his computer out the window.
It's fine. He still got
But then again, I feel like he could have just clicked knockoff twice and killed this thing as well.
I guess maybe he was predicting the switch.
It's possible. There you go. Now he gets to sleep. I mean, like even while this thing is asleep, he needs to hit it twice. And again, Arcanine isn't carrying Intimidate, so Arcanine is not gonna be the thing to.
I know what the final move is. Never mind. No, I don't.
Oh, I guess we won't find out quite yet. Well, out comes Zeraora or Critical Z. And honestly, this thing with close combat, no, it's threatening a lot of damage on just about everything. Or low kick.
Okay. The classic.
Yeah, classic low kick. It has. The music stop? Yes, I am still watching it. Thank you. And let's skip Gets' theme. We're gonna go straight into this one.
You good? Oh, YouTube doing the fucking.
Yeah, YouTube was like, "Oh, are you still watching?" It's like, "Yes, I'm still watching the Pokemon music. Thank you."
Yeah.
Now continue playing. And yeah, Scissor is out for the count. And honestly, Tyranitar dies to so many things on this team. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Sort of depends on what this Metagross does.
I definitely feel a Scarf Earthquake coming.
If this thing is Scarfed, then like, does it deal enough damage to everything? Mammoth's almost dead. Venusaur's almost dead. It's not gonna. Earthquake is not gonna knock out Rabambi though. But then again, what the fuck's Rabambi gonna do to this thing?
I mean, HP Fire will hurt, especially if it is Scarf, because that means it's got no bulk.
True, like this thing needs max speed investment to be of any use when it Scarfs. And even with a Scarf, by the way, this Metagross does not outspeed Zeraora, actually.
Yeah.
Metagross is very slow.
Yeah, but low kick will not be enough to knock it out from full, I don't think.
Then again, it's possible. Like Metagross has another move to set up with in Agility, which would make it fast enough.
Yeah.
Also, IDM saying fuck and YB saying that if he messes this up, it's all over. But you know,
I think this is like the deciding play right here, honestly, because if it turns out that this Mon is not Scarfed and it is Agility, I do think Metagross can win this. Unless Rabambi is like Sash, but even then.
yeah. It sort of depends again on YB's prep. Did he see Metagross as a huge threat to IDM's team that can sweep with a single Agility?
I think with Celesteela out of the way and with Venusaur lowered as it is,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot from
Venusaur lowered. Also, it's notable that even if Arcanine had Intimidated, it wouldn't matter because this thing has Clear Body.
Yeah.
Then again, it's possible that actually he has Light Metal to counter Low Kick.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Oh, Gigavolt Havoc comes out and knocks down Metagross to just 10%.
It is Agility.
But there is Agility. Is this thing capable of living one Earthquake? One non-stab Earthquake from Metagross?
Not a
No.
chance in hell.
No.
However, yeah, that damage is enough.
I was about to say, that damage, and this thing is Sash, and it's gonna knock it out here.
Yeah.
And after this thing just sort of comes in, and without Sandstorm, it's most likely just going to perish. It depends. If this thing has Dragon Dance, there's still a chance. If it has Dragon Dance and if it survives. Actually, no. Oh, it depends. Actually, if Arcanine has like E-Speed.
I'm willing to bet Arcanine probably has E-Speed, or have we seen all of Mammoth Swine's moves? We have, right? Yeah, we have.
We did. Yeah, it's dual screens, Icicle, Crash, Earthquake.
Yeah.
And also, it's like almost dead and would be outspread.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ifs. Well, it's a lot of ifs right now because we don't know. We're not the ones who made the teams. We're just observing.
It's
yeah.
true. Moonblast kills.
Moonblast kills Tyranitar. That grants IDM, you know, 3rd place. It's definitely not bad for a whole like a whole result of a season. Just sort of unfortunate the way that he was knocked out of the main event with the Reuniclus.
Yeah.
Actually, like, for it being a 4-0, it's definitely a lot closer than it seems, because that agility, had this thing not been sashed, would have been game in YBE's favor.
Yeah, that would have been it.
And that would have been the whole game right there. Adian did not win with 100 points, he won with 4. Here we go. Alright, and that leaves just one match for tonight. Our grand finals. The 2 people that have fought hard to get here. And again, you know, Skarmories only fought half the season, but that's irrelevant. That's not relevant. It's Spood versus Scoot.
Spood versus Scoots, Spood versus Skirts. Everybody wants
to see this happen.
Spood versus Scoots.
Yeah, feel free to set up your match, please. Yeah. Also, apparently IDM had fucking sticky webs on his Rabombi.
Yo, shout out to Sticky Webs.
Sticky webs is so annoying, honestly.
It is.
Funnily enough, it would not have like changed anything about that Metagross play, since Metagross, again, clear body, would have prevented the speed from being lowered.
No, I have light metal.
Totally.
Yeah.
So IDM, what ability did Arcanine have? Because it wasn't Intimidate. Was it Flash Fire to deal with to deal with what's it called even after Burnout?
No, it's justified for T-Tor.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that it's probably been Flash Fire so that he can just like click Burnout, and that even if Shendor comes in and it intercepts the Burnout with the Flash Fire. At which point I'm not even sure if like Burnout works that way, if like you still have your fire typing after that.
I mean, Flash Fire like prevents fire and damage in general, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean yeah, but like if you burn out and it hits something with Flash Fire, do you still lose your fire typing?
Oh, I don't think you do.
I was saying, like, I don't think you do.
I think the move has to actually land. Same thing if you use like burn up on protect or something like that.
Or like U-turn when you're trying to switch and full switch on immunities.
Yeah.
Because like it just gives you an immunity. Oh, they're fighting.
Oh, shit, it's time.
And here we are. And again, we see a Shedinja on Twitch team.
This is it, Luigi.
This is it. These 6 Pokemon, or these 12 Pokemon, gonna be deciding who wins, who goes home happy, and who is just dying of nerves for no reason.
So I am actually shocked to see Shedinja in this game.
I mean, here's the thing, right? When Misty Terrain is up, it can't get status by anything. So it's safe from status.
Well, yeah, but both Tangrowth has knockoff, and
Knockoff. I think in
Tangrowth-
order of things that they could have, knockoff, fire punch, fiery dance, or like any fire type move of Volcarona, fall play.
Rock slide from Aggron.
Yeah, rock slide from Aggron. So really, the only thing that this thing is preying on is Uniclid, and that thing can have Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
But again, like if it has a sash, then it sort of always lives a hit. It can sort of live off of that. Oof! Coming out with the big crits and Aggron immediately losing half of its health. Also, Skudlu decides not to play any of these games and just immediately sets up Stealth Rocks.
Yeah.
Positive note for Spood's side though, the entirety of Skudlu's team is grounded, so Earthquakes and Earth Powered can be thrown out for free.
Yeah.
Oh, I say free, not entirely free. Tangrowth can just come in and sort of be like, what is damage?
Admittedly, Porygon 2 can also do that.
True. But then again, like, I'd say like Spood brought Sandygas, no, not Palossand. Sandygas is the original evolution. Probably with like a specific purpose. Probably to knock out this thing, to be honest. And maybe it's like AV to deal with Reuniclus.
I could see it potentially being a Volcarona answer as well, depending on the set.
Yeah, then again, like ground doesn't resist fire, and this thing is not Volky's thing.
I thought special defense was actually really good.
Is it?
I thought so. I might be getting it mixed up with his physical defense.
I found this thing to like either way would just be very frail. I know you can quickly check if you want.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get check. Not that. Team old.
Spood doesn't need the side to throw out, it's just an Earth Power, and actually does a sizable chunk to Tangrowth, meaning that this thing is a physically defensive Tangrowth, and it does not have any special defense to speak of.
Yeah, okay, no, this thing is more physical defense, but special defense is not terrible, admittedly, especially if it's running, like, AV. Its special defense is actually, I think, about the same as Tangrowth.
Tangrowth's special defense is awful. Its physical defense is really good.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Okay, yeah, actually, it's way better than Tangrowth.
I was about to say, like, Tangrowth has no special defense.
Yeah, so yeah, it has even more special defense. So if it's like AV or something, this thing could actually be a problem. But it's sleeping right now, so who really cares at the end of the day?
Yeah. Spood decides to put it to sleep, which I think leaves Spood free to bring in his Guzzlord. Which Guzzlord with just Flamethrower would deal a lot to this thing, but then again, you know, Feeny can come in.
Yeah, Feeny exists.
Feeny exists, but the thing about that... Oh, this thing had not Soul Twist, there you go. That means that Palossand probably doesn't. So here's the thing.
Everything has a Soul Test, including Megalopony.
Somehow, yeah. But here's the thing, like, do you just make the obvious play and just click on Flamethrower, or do you predict Feeny coming in and click on like some poison type move? I'm not sure what this thing can have.
I think it does get Sludge Wave.
Yeah, it probably
at the very least, I know it has Poison Jab.
Also, yeah, Shitting has definitely Assault Vested, no doubt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Porygon very interesting to see Porygon come into this thing, definitely since it can have knockoff exactly like that.
I guess he wanted to scout for the poison move.
That's true. That's fair. But yeah, knockoff just comes out, gets rid of this thing's item. And now Porygon 2 doesn't have Eviolite anymore, which again, like we stated before, this thing that makes it a lot frailer.
Yeah.
So this is not appropriate music for this.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, start me getting hit with the T-Wave. That is definitely a big sad.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would have gone straight into the sleeping palace and just hoped for a wake up there.
Well, since like seeing how Tangrowth was probably is very physically defensive, my bets are that this thing is specially defensive, so Palisand wouldn't exactly be the best switch in, or best thing to deal with it. Then
Also,
again,
I don't think it gets natural cure. Or at least Showdown keeps telling me it doesn't get natural cure. Because every time I try to run Starmie with natural cure, the game just tells me, no, I can't have natural cure because of Gen 7 reasons.
that's stupid. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we're like gonna find out if this thing has natural cure on Spood's team or not. Also, yeah, we see the Foul Blade coming out right there.
Yeah, shout out to Stormy still being faster.
Sarmi's very fast, and Porygon is very slow. So even like if the stats are meddled with a lot, it doesn't change too much.
Still.
So one thing Spood definitely has to just deal with this Porygon is going to be, you know, low punny in the back. But that's Tangrowth is most likely super duper physically defensive and is not gonna care about any move that low punny throws its way. And it's just gonna like switch out and regenerate it off. Also, Skirlu missing that Thunder Wave.
Good runes. Hate Thunderwave.
Yeah. It's been changed from 100% accurate to just 95% accurate, I think.
I think it's 90.
Or 90. Is it?
I think it is. Alright, well there is the poison jab.
Yeah, so we definitely know that this thing has poison jab to deal with Feeny if it does come in. Now the question is, does Scoot stay in to sort of waste this thing's time and PP and health slowly?
I think so, because there's not
Ooh, Ice Beam comes out.
Yeah, there's not a lot that Mouth can do, other than maybe like fish for a poison, but
Yeah.
poison jab is, if I remember correctly, only a 10% chance of poison.
Yeah, it's not a high
Maybe
percent
30.
chance. Either way, it's not something you want to be banking on. So it's possible actually that Spood changed Lopunny's ability when it's just regular Lopunny to be limber, in which case he could bring it in safely to a Thunder Wave.
Yeah, but at the same time, if it is Thunder Waves and it has to Mega, like that's not something you really want to do.
True, but like if it comes in on Porygon, then at that point you don't want to stay in with Porygon anymore, since we know it doesn't have Protects and High Jump Kick is just gonna blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
But again, Squirtle can just go into Tangrowth for free on Lopunny and just sort of not care about the damage that it takes. So now we get to see if maybe this castle has like Toxic or something to deal with this very bulky team on Squirtle's side.
Yeah. We can also find out if it's actually AV or not, because depending on how much damage Ice Beam does.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to tell. We don't know what item it has. No, we haven't seen if it has leftovers yet.
No, we have not seen its item. Funny Castle's walls are standing tall right now.
Yeah, they have not been challenged yet, and Spood stays asleep. Firmly and soundly, but again, just Earth Power on this thing is probably gonna be devastating. Oh,
Yeah.
surprisingly, it actually lives. Why is this thing so bad? Why is this thing so sad?
Haha, funny. It's not sad, it's a funny castle.
No, it's haha funny castle, is it's getting laughed at.
No. I'll laugh at my son.
Yeah, I suppose like they can't make it too bulky since it has a recovery move. You know, if you have a recovery move, you're not allowed to exceed like 50 in defensive stats or HP.
I would like to direct your attention to Porygon 2, Chansey, Blissey.
Hey, Chansey has 5, or like not 5, but like almost 5 defense.
Not with Evilite.
Evilite has more. That's true. Tangrowth more like tanks everything. Yeah, you're right, Skittles. This thing is a huge fucking pain in Spood's side, and as it stands right now, Shedinja can't come in. Spood's best bet against this thing is just Bug Buzz from what's the thing called? Galvantula.
Yeah, and since it's not AV, that will definitely do some damage.
Yeah, Tangrowth we know it's leftovers. Like, it's leftovers, it probably has Synthesis, it has Degenerator.
It has Sleep Powder.
It has Protect.
Yeah.
So, Sleep Powder, Knock Off, Giga Drain, and Protect. The only attacking move this thing has is Grass type. So that's one positive thing Spood does have going for him now. He has a lot of information on, like, Squirtle's 3 bulky Pokemon. Then again, Feeny, the Fetus, and Volcarona have not seen a lot of day yet.
Yeah, actually, looking at Scoots' team, if he can get rid of Tangrowth, he does. Scoot does kind of get to just click Thunder for free.
True, and even with Tangrowth, depending on like if the thing is Life Orb or if it's like Spect or something, like even Thunder could do a big chunk to this thing. Because I get the feeling that Funny Castle is not very special attack invested.
Yeah. Oh, this is a moment of truth. Nothing's really gonna be taking a Specs Bud Buzz from this thing too well.
Yeah.
I think the thing that can probably take the most is probably Feeny, and even then, it's not going to appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, IDM knockoff is a status move that just gets rid of your item. What are you talking about?
It's true.
You definitely didn't say that this thing's only attacking move is Giga Drain and doesn't have knockoff.
I didn't say anything. You don't you dare put words in my mouth.
You didn't correct me?
Yeah, I didn't because I knew ID.
This thing just goes for Protect, Spood just goes for the Bug Buzz. And it's leftover, so it's not locked into it. But Spood's free to deal good chunk of damage to whatever decides to come in, because nothing wants to answer that fucking Bug Buzz.
Yeah.
What's Porygon at? It's at 72, it probably can take 2.
Should have sent my Espeon knockoffs more often, would have been immune to those after all.
Yeah, totally. Like, Espeon is just a really good... Why do you think Espeon is Ubers?
You're right, my bad. Right, I'm sorry.
Right, I'm sorry.
So I have a quick question then, Laura. Why doesn't Prankster knockoff work? It's never worked for me.
That's because Dark types are immune to Prankster, and because Dark types, like, deep down inside, everything is evil, therefore everything is immune to knockoff.
Yes.
To Prankster knockoff.
Yeah, especially fucking, especially Pichu.
Yeah, Pichu always holds...
Pichu's the worst little gremlin I've ever seen.
Yeah, Skidoo decides to sack his Aggron. That's one less physical threat, but now this thing comes in.
Yeah, this
and
thing is,
gonna be real with you, like, I think Spood just sort of needs to hit this thing with Thunder.
Yeah, he has to Thunder.
Yeah,
he is faster.
He has, he has to Thunder, and after that, sort of just like sack something, probably Shedinya. After which Lopunny could come in and just fake it out, quick attack it, something to deal with it.
And then probably get burned because Flame Body is stupid.
Yeah.
HP Rock on Galv? Actually, that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, Galvantula definitely could be rocking the HP Rock here. If that's enough, is the second question.
Alright, well, he opts for the safest choice and goes for Volt Switch.
Judging by that Volt Switch damage, this Volcarona is bulky as all hell.
Yeah.
It's not AV. That we know at least.
Yep.
So how is Spood going to deal with this Volcarona? Because it's at +1, and it's threatening everything.
I wonder.
Then again, like, it could have Giga Drain for this thing. Like, Giga Drain, Bug Buzz, and Fire type move. But then again, it also needs Psychic for Lopunny. So it's lacking in something.
Hold on. I think we're about to see an Ancient Power.
Think at 18 power.
Yeah.
I mean, Ancient Power is special, and like Voltage already didn't do dick.
Yeah, but you know, this is wide effective.
That's true. But it also does have increased SPDF.
Well, it's also at 74%.
So maybe this thing has like Yawn, or maybe this thing has some kind of other like rock type move to take care of it. What special rock type moves even are there?
There's Power Gem.
There's Power Gem, there's Ancient Power. What else?
That's it.
Oh. See the Toxic coming out from Funny Castle. If this thing has Toxic, I wonder why we haven't seen it earlier. Because he did. I guess he was too afraid that Feeny would come in and just sort of negate it. Also, on a side note, due to leftovers recovery, Spood is actually capable of taking another flamethrower. And yeah, Shorov is just going to make sure that he stays alive for at least one more even after that second Quiver Dance.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you know, toxic damage only stacks up more and more.
Yep.
And actually didn't recover that much off of that roost. So Skirlu definitely needs to go on the offensive now, because every turn that he wastes is just another turn of damage from that, and from like the fucking castle and from Toxic. It's gonna be dealing... How much did it do there?
That was 58%. Or are we talking Funny Castle?
No, how much did the Toxic do? Let's see.
Oh, I have no idea.
The Toxic did...
Well, it did enough to kill.
It did 25 there, so yes, it's gonna do 30 now.
Yeah. So that threat is now gone.
Okay, yeah.
At least.
So Volcarona, which was definitely a huge threat there, like that thing single-handedly threatened the entire Spood team, but Spood very elegantly played around it. Palisand just bulky enough to take hits from it.
So now the only thing that he really needs to worry about now is Tangrowth, and I guess now Reimculus, because both of his answers are gone to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which...
Yeah, also this thing definitely has natural cure because it's not paralyzed anymore.
Yeah. So Showdown just doesn't like me.
Yeah. You'll have to look at like the exact error that it gives you that it doesn't want you to do. It's probably like Scald or something that makes it fuck up. Like just some move that it can't have in conjunction with it.
Yeah.
Spood, oh, I don't really agree with that recover there. I think definitely needs to spin to get rid of these rocks.
Yeah.
And sort of just hope that this thing does not carry Shadow Ball. Because if it does...
This might be game.
Yeah.
Like, we saw what happened against IDM.
There's a precise shock, so that's half of this thing's moveset revealed. Also... Fucking Spood named this thing after the stupid meme.
Oh my god, fuck off.
It's like, which train are you? Are you Choo-Choo Train? Or Steamy Train? Ah, he switched. Scootaloo switched, so Spood definitely knows that he needs to be saving this thing. No, this thing has knockoff.
Ooh. But this thing does have Sash, and
Ooh.
Sash will...
Yeah, he also could have... Spood just could have sleep about it there, so... This thing now threatens Tangrowth.
Yeah.
And he's gonna enjoy just a tiny bit more of leftovers recovery. So now he needs to switch with Tangrowth. Unless he's predicting Spood not to click X Scissor again, but Spood doesn't really have a reason not to click X Scissor. Since I don't think... Feeny definitely doesn't have an answer to this thing. So the only answer Scootaloo has left to Shedinja is Foul Play. Are we gonna see fucking Yeah, are we gonna fucking see Shedinja win for Spood?
Wait. Wait.
Because like Lopunny can come in on this Porygon and just high jump, like threaten it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like Spood definitely needs to switch right now. He can't afford to lose this thing. It's the only thing preventing what's it called? Reuniculus.
I saw this thing. No,
no,
okay, no,
wait!
No, I think he's sacking. I think he's sacking it.
No, wait, this thing now is one guard. I just forgot.
Yeah.
So fucking Lopunny needs to. It's the only thing that can save him right now.
Yeah.
Also, this thing being paralyzed really doesn't change much. So, Spood, do you have high jump kick or any fighting type move? Because otherwise, this is game. Does this thing carry protect? It doesn't. Yeah, also Skulu definitely should have thought of this sooner.
I mean, you know.
It also definitely should have clicked foul play there.
He probably wanted to predict the Lopunny switch because...
Yeah, but again, Lopunny can have Limber.
Does this thing get Focus Blast?
Don't think so. I think Spood, what he wants to do right now... Oh!
Ooh!
He just disabled... Yeah, so yeah, he disabled Thunder Wave.
I see you.
Now this thing just sort of comes in, takes a bit of damage from this, and now Spood clicks high jump kick.
Yeah.
Actually, if he manages to disable this thing's... whatever it's called. Oh, Power Up Punch.
Power Up Punch. Let's
Ooh.
go.
Ooh, that didn't do damage at all.
It did not, but
And Spood definitely needs to be careful because this has just turned into a horrible chess match.
Yeah, this is now
Like
this is a game.
this isn't game yet.
No, I was saying this is a game.
Yeah. Yeah, Bucko takes a lot.
Yeah,
But Bucko threatens sort of like everything on Skulu's team right now.
Yeah.
Uniclus
Yeah,
eats it,
goddamn.
and it dies in return.
But that's okay because pretty much anything can come out now and
Yeah.
fake out return. Look, you know the drill by now.
Does Fake Out get Power Up Punch? Only would have done like 16 if it wasn't resisted. 30. Yeah. Yeah, return might kill. It's definitely not like not by a large margin, but I think it will kill.
Yeah. It might be a roll, but it should, you know.
It might be a roll, but here's the thing: if he gets it wrong and this thing dies, then Scoots can get into a situation where it's literally impossible to lose.
I recommend pulling out the most expensive calculator you have right now and just start calcing shit.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Trace does reset on.
Switch.
Yeah.
And thank God too, because
Yeah, they will be broken. Could you imagine if like Gardevoir was just able to get simple and then just switch out again? Just save that for later.
yo, imagine if you kept your stat boost upon switching out.
Skidloo decides to do the same thing, just switches out to Tapu Fini, and it does not take that return very well. This is an offensive Tapu Fini if I ever saw one.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing's gonna die, and because Misty Terrain is up.
Yeah, Misty Terrain is up, but here's the thing: Reuniclus is gonna be able to tank a return.
Yeah, but since it's shown.
Actually, no, it doesn't have Regenerator. It has Magic Guard.
Oh.
So it's not gonna be able to take this return. So, yeah, it looks like Lopunny is gonna sweep.
Yeah, is this game?
This might be
Now,
game.
If Spood wants to play, well, no. If Spood does the safe play and goes into Shedinja or even Skarmories.
No, if Spood goes into Shedinja, he actually fucks himself over.
Yeah, exactly.
He definitely just needs to click return. Spood needs to just switch off his brain, click return. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Now this thing comes in. Now it has Scrappy, which is completely irrelevant. And you just click Power Up Punch a little bit.
Yeah, you do like one Power Up Punch and then probably like a Drain Punch if you...
Yeah. I was about to say, he needs to be careful because like Power Up Punching does also boost the damage of Foul Play, but he wasn't a fighting type before, he is a fighting type now.
He ups to Sack Shedinja, which
Yeah.
I think is a smart play. He wants to get a little bit of damage off on this thing.
I think, yeah, he's gonna go into this thing. Because he can sort of recover Storm back.
Please show me a Z-Zap cannon.
Does this thing get that again? Oh!
Yes, it does. And I think we're seeing it. Oh,
no, that's the Ice Beam.
Aha,
T-Wave does not work under Misty Terrain, Scoodle. So Sub-Zero Slammer did a fucking nothing. A clean 0.
He is forced to recover now, which...
Yeah. But then again, Hydro Pump only has 8 PP.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, if he keeps recovering, like, that's wasting recover turns, and on top of that, like, Spood has no reason to switch.
It's true.
He can just keep whittling him down, and until, you know, Megalophony can safely come in and pick up the KO.
Yeah, also, Paralysis actually is good for Spood here, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Because, like, the longer this thing can just, like, stay in and not waste its own PP, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as, like, it can just, like, recover on time, when it doesn't get, like, parafucked.
Yeah.
Like, Spood does risk every time, like, if he just leaves it, like, this right now is a risky thing. Oh, he gets the freeze! So now Scootaloo has a 30% chance every turn to thaw out, and it wasn't that turn.
That's it. That might be it right there.
Power Up Punch does a clean 45, that means that the next one is going to do more than that. And yeah, that seals the deal.
That's game.
Spood clicks Power Up Punch, and that's it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking chess match of a game we got to witness right here.
I just heard, I don't know if that will pick up on the mic, but
Yeah.
I just heard a very loud yes!
Yeah, we did. I heard a little bit in the background. But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our season winner, barely scraping by into the playoffs and then just knocking out like the 2 top seeds on his own. Actually, no, he's gonna lose 13, I think. Never mind. But still, he did good. Fucking Spood. Congratulations, my guy.
Yeah, that's that Spood plot armor, baby.
Spood was the underdog, and yeah, if you've watched any sports movie ever, you know that like the lower that you like stand on the tier list, the higher your chances of just winning.
It's true.
Like he technically got in by like a weird technicality where like he tied with like a bunch of people, but since he was actually no wait, did he?
He tied with a few people, I think, but because he beat a lot of those people, he was guaranteed to get in.
Yeah, hold on, group stage. Come on, show me.
Stop
outing.
No, Spood is at his computer, which I don't think he is. He's probably, you know, Spood is the organizer and he wins. Rigged.
Yeah, this tournament was rigged from the start. We paid Scootaloo good money behind the scenes to lose to Spood on purpose.
Yeah, that's why he clicked Thunderwave on the Misty Terrain turn.
Yeah, we also paid Smogon a lot of money to make freeze work there.
Yeah.
But yeah, hell.
We made sure it was the second turn he clicked Ice Beam, so that way it wouldn't be too suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Fucking 56 turn finals, by the way.
Well, you know. As it should be, probably.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, Shedinya like ended up actually playing a key role, because had that Tangrowth not died to Shedinya, I don't think it ever would.
Yeah,
it would have just stayed in, tanked every hit forever.
Yeah, I think that Tangrowth sack really cost him.
Yeah.
If he had gone to Porygon 2 after the Protect, I think it would have been a completely different game.
Yeah, he like Scootaloo said, he didn't think about the fact that, you know, Porygon comes in and then traces Wonder Guard, after which it can't be damaged anymore.
Yeah.
Man, fucking Mega Lopunny is such a good Pokemon.
It is, I hate it. Why is this thing allowed in OU?
I don't know. It's definitely possible that if we allow, or if I took the playoffs into the stats, that this thing would be the kill leader right now, especially since Suicune. didn't show up at all, and this second, which is Celesteela. I don't remember putting in a lot of work.
Celesteela, Mega Venusaur, and Suicune, and anything else that's bulky enough to be annoying.
Yeah, well, Lopunny definitely isn't bulky most of the time. But it was just bulky enough to take the play roughs, or not the play roughs, foul plays.
Well, you know, it's bulky in attack stat.
Yeah. Do you think we should have an interview for a winner?
I'm not against it.
Let's see. Spood, you up for an interview?
I think that's more up to the winner himself.
Hey.
Oh yes, bring that boy in here.
Add this man to the fucking call.
Let me. Spood. You know what would make this easier if I just actually fucking typed it out. There we go. I'm like a smart person. Interviewing Spoon in his own channel. Crazy talk.
So glad to be on your stream, Spood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to my stream, Spood.
Yeah, we're just a little unknown group. Not a lot of people watch this channel.
Yeah. Very niche. Believe it or not, we used to do My Little Pony commentary.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You want to know? You want to know the funniest thing about just this whole situation?
What?
The seeds, like the top 1 through 4, got the exact reverse of their seeds in terms of
did
placement.
it?
Oh, let's go.
4th got 1st, 3rd got 2nd, 2nd got 3rd, 1st got 4th.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Hi guys, how you doing?
yeah,
I'm doing well. I won my vote.
You won your vote?
Yeah, in my match predictions, I won my vote.
Did you actually correctly predict the that
Yes.
one? Including the
Yes,
win?
I did. Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta go to the predictions tab and take a look at that.
I only got a single prediction right. I predicted you to beat YBE, but I predicted IDM to beat Skurlu.
Yeah.
So from there, like I already was just like out of it, since like the predictions I made were wrong to begin with.
Yeah, I did not predict in semifinals because I didn't know we had predictions. But the second I saw predictions for like finals, I was like, yes.
I probably should have told people that there were predictions. But Spoon,
Yeah.
how do you feel?
Oh my god, I'm fucked up, dude. When that Porygon switched in and took my Wonder Guard, I was like, well, I lose. It can do that, can it?
Yeah. I don't think anyone was thinking about that in that moment, and then you just like see it happen in front of your eyes. It's just like, wait, yeah, it's definitely a thing that can happen, isn't it?
Dude, I had the fucking acest play though. I had disable on Galvantula. I was like, I'm gonna disable that fucking Thunder Wave and get in here.
Yeah,
that was super smart.
That was some like good prep at disable.
Yeah.
Also,
I brought it for Tangrowth. I actually brought it bulkier leftovers, and I wanted to disable Tangrowth's like healing and shit, and just like bug buzz it to death. That was the idea with disable, but you know, it ended up working for something completely different.
Yeah. Also, I'm giving people like an instant replay right now.
Yeah.
And you can sort of see what happens when it doesn't take 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Your best elevator. You just said, oh man, I forgot to vote. Have you ever seen Gus Robinson? It's Mitchell Robinson microwave soup. It's like a really stupid funny video. And like at one point in the video he just sneezes and he goes, oh, I forgot to vote. That's what I thought of when you typed that. Yeah, oh my god, I felt like Scoots played really fucking good, and I felt like I played okay. I could have done a little better, but I think I kept my cool enough, you know. And I mean, and I know the freeze looks hacks, but like, it was.
It didn't matter too much, honestly.
It didn't matter too much because I could just come in, fake out, and then you know, hit him with the punch, and he would have died anyway. But I wanted to, you know, I was keeping my Starmie in so I could soften it up so that I could come in and make sure I killed it, you know, with a fake out and a power up punch. And again, power up punch. That set was for Tangrowth.
Or Tangrowth.
No, I was again like half my Pokemon were kitted out to kill Tangrowth. It was fucking. I had Z Ice on on Starmie. I had fucking Power Up Punch because I don't know if you remember my match with Scoots in week 7.
Yeah.
But his Tangrowth and my low pony kind of just got into a slap fight where he was just recovering way too much health.
Yeah.
And I started trying to figure out, like, if I got into that 1v1, how could I win it? And I was like, well, I could just fucking Power Up Punch and then hit him with, like, a +6 return.
Yeah.
You know, that'll fucking do it.
Tangrowth definitely is something that just doesn't take damage.
Yeah, but, shit. Where's Scoots? Is he in the chat? Where did he go?
I think Scoots might both be, like, calming down as well as being very upset right now.
Fair enough.
Very understandably so, since, you know, losing to, like, 2 turns of freeze is... Well, it's like having that be, like, the last memory of the battle. Sucks.
Yeah, again, I don't think it mattered too much.
It didn't matter.
Honest.
It didn't matter too much. It's just, like, frustrating to see, like, that 10% just fuck you that extra little bit.
Well, you know what's frustrating is getting fucking parried 50% of the time whenever your Pokemon gets paralyzed. Because between this one and, like, my last time fighting Scoots, I was parried probably, like, 7 or 10 turns. Like, between 7 and 10. And it was fucking stupid. I was parried, like, fucking 5 turns in week 7. Like, Salazzle was parried, like, I think 3 times.
Fucking, I remember my Kirin Black lost to to Chansey twice and to Blissey once. Just, like, getting parried so many turns in a row and just getting, like, seismic tossed to death.
Yeah. This actually, like, really bothers me with Pokemon. Like, why do we have 2 status effects, both that pretty much do the same thing?
Well, the only difference between freeze and sleep is that sleep you're guaranteed to wake up after, like, a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and freeze you can...
I'll be honest.
Freeze you...
Infinitely first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I actually forgot about sleep too. Why do we have 3 status effects that do the same thing?
Wait, what's the
I
third?
don't know. I feel like freeze should just be like burn for special attack.
I agree with that. And paralyze should just be lowering your speed.
I think if paralysis lowered your speed, it's just that being the only thing that definitely would already make it a lot less frustrating in general. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fucking shaking, dude. I was scared. I seriously. Well, I'll tell you straight up, I didn't think I was gonna win today. I kind of just was like, you know, I was telling this to earlier. Earlier today, I was like, fuck. You know, I'm worried about this because all I really wanted to do when I was playing the season was I just wanted to get to playoffs.
And you did.
And I did that. And then I was there today, and I was like, well, if I show up to playoffs and just go fucking 0-2 and just get 4th, like, I'll be pretty disappointed. And I was trying to, like, beat into my head. I was like, it's okay to get 4th. It's okay to get last. If you lose, you'll be okay. Oh, you got what you wanted. But it was hard for me to not, like, push the goalpost up, you know, and be like, I want to win, or, you know, I want to beat YBE, and then I'll be happy, you know, I got 2nd, or, you know, I want to win my bronze match and at least not get last, or, you know, and I kept, like, kind of pushing up the, kept pushing the goalpost up until I just was like, fuck, you know, I had to just do it, and I beat YBE, which was... It was tricky. He had some good stuff. That Rocky helmet.
Yeah, the Rocky helmet that killed Shedinya. I can't believe that you won, by the way, by bringing Shedinya twice.
Dude,
yeah,
for so
real.
Shedinja's so good.
Dude, Shedinja put in so much work this match.
It literally did, actually.
Shedinya ended up being the thing to kill Tangrowth, while it had fucking knockoff.
Shedinja's so fucking good. I love it, dude. Did you like the name? Did you get the reference?
What was Shedinya called again?
I can't really pronounce
it. Oh no, it's a fucking Russian meme.
Russian.
Yeah,
Russian.
It was. I know it's like a Russian demon or whatever, but
yeah,
I was a specific meme.
Yeah, we got the reference. It was like, which cat face are you? Are you like the sad cat? Are you the happy cat? Or are you
I think it's like pronounced like Apper or some shit like that.
Yeah,
it is not pronounced up here. It's pronounced like Booshed or something.
Yeah.
Like it's
Booshed.
I don't know. I looked it up the other day.
It shows up in like meme compilations as well, where it's just like static noise or whatever.
Yeah, I sent it. That Shedinja. He's fucking.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? That's a death claw.
Droog, yeah. Bloopity blop blip. Your best elevator is correct. It's pronounced Droog.
No, it's Droog.
Ah, that's what it was, Droog.
Russian for friend. Yeah. And it's like a colloquialism, I guess, for like a certain monster.
Yo, death claw is not a friend.
Poison jab would have been nice. I'm watching the.
Yeah,
the
I just keep
now.
repeating it in the background so people have something to stare at.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking. I wanted to hit the poison jab because again, all my shit was like pretty geared towards Tangrowth, and I wanted to poison it with poison jab, and I also wanted to be able to cover if he tried to hard into Feeny. You know, it would take like 50.
Yeah. Also, that's one thing I do want to note. The outcome of this match was changed a lot by that Feeny being more offensive than defensive. Had that been a bulky Feeny, that would have changed everything, because Lopunny would not be able to kill that.
For sure.
I have one important question I would like to ask you, real quick, Spood. Were you at all worried when you saw Reinculus come in that we were about to see like a repeat of IDM?
No, because if he had the same set as on IDM, he wouldn't be able to do literally any damage to Shedinja.
Yeah.
He also wouldn't be able to damage Guzzlord, but it was dead by then anyway. Just because of like Wonder Guard and it being Dark type respectively. Because the only attacking move on it was Psyshock. I did note that, but I'd already built my team to kind of have like built-in counters. And again, for like Reuniclus too, I was trying to bring Galvantula, because that does fucking damage, dude. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Galvantula ended up being like extremely important in your matches.
Yeah, Galvantula. Dude, Boogo is the fucking MVP. Are you kidding me?
Look at him.
Look at Boogo. Dude, there he is. It's Droog. It's his friend Droog.
Dude, friend Droog is a good boy.
He's a good boy. Oh my god.
What a fucking...
And I fucking noticed all of his bullshit was running Shedinja. Like, he had foul play on
yeah,
literally like, knock off and stuff.
Yeah, but Feeny wasn't able to take care of it, and Reuniclus potentially if it didn't have Shadow Ball, which it probably didn't.
Yeah. God, the fucking Wonder Guard. I was so scared, dude. I was so scared.
Dude, I got terrified, and then I remembered, wait, no, he has Mega Loft, it's fine.
Well, I was scared because he was just gonna fucking paralyze it, and I didn't want to just come in and get fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to disable the T-Wave first, because if I wasn't faster than, like, Feeny, it was just gonna fucking destroy me, no matter what the investment was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So
God damn.
That concludes the first season of the Double Drip Draft.
Foxy Skittles, I'm going to Disney World!
Disney World!
Disney World?
Disney World.
Going to Disney World?
Oh my god, I got super fucking carried by Lopunny, holy shit.
Dude, I fucking hate this Pokemon, it's so broken.
It's fucking stupid.
Lopunny is really good, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shelf Lopunny next season. I gotta keep it fresh.
No, definitely abuse it.
No, I mean, I have an idea for other shit that I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of want to, I won one, dude. I got the clout. It's clout time.
Yeah, you
you
definitely can consider yourself amongst the champions now.
Yeah.
You got that
Dude,
Poké
I
Cloud.
fucking just won 2 Pokemon tournaments in a row, dude. Yesterday I won Nick's tournament, and today I won this one.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So
Dude, the era of Spood is fucking here.
I was about to say, like, Spood fucking for VGC champion next?
Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking... I've unleashed myself. Dude, Natural Cure also saved my fucking ass.
Natural Cure also is a really good ability.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think for people that are wondering about the future of the Double Drip Draft, there definitely is going to be a second season. A lot of people are very interested in it, so that's definitely a thing that's on the agenda. It's possible that we're going to do an off-season beforehand for people that are less experienced with it.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. We'll also sort of discuss, pull interest, see where we're going with that.
I do have one quick question. If you don't have an answer for it yet, that's fine. But do you think that the Season 2 for DDD will be before or after Sword and Shield's release?
Oh, before. Oh my god. I mean, probably...
Definitely before, yeah. Also, one thing to note is that its release isn't necessarily, like, coinciding with, like, when it's available on Showdown and when, like, everything is balanced. Definitely want to give that a little bit of time to, like, balance out on Showdown.
Yeah.
It's
more
about like 7 or 8 months or some shit before it comes out, so it's
Yeah, the only reason like I asked is because like I know like sometimes I get kind of worrying because like even if Showdown doesn't like update right away, and when they do update, if it happens like mid draft, Pokemon usually tend to get new moves, and that can kind of make or break some Pokemon.
Yeah,
So
but I
that's
mean,
the only reason I ask.
if we stay in Gen 7...
I was
though,
about to say, like,
fine.
if you
I mean,
stay in Gen 7, that's fine. The reason that was a problem before was because Sun and Moon sort of just, Ultra Sun and Moon sort of overrode regular Sun and Moon.
Oh yeah, I
And
guess that's true. I didn't
that's-
even think about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
but
never mind then.
we can just keep playing in Gen 7 and nothing will change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm
yeah.
gonna be dropping the invite link to the Discord again if people again are interested in joining future seasons.
Playing our draft, it's fun. It's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and like we saw today, anyone has a fucking very good chance to win.
Wow, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Look, all
Dude,
all we're
I
saying.
fucking commentary at the beginning of Beaver's YBE, and you were just like, Spood barely got in top 4. Spood got in with the worst record possible. Spood, he's just like shitting on how well I did. It's like, damn. Okay, I see how.
All I'm saying, if Spood can get in, you can get in.
Wow. This interview's over.
I just want to say that, given past performances, I wouldn't have put my money on you given the start of the season.
I want the record to show. Actually, I was a Spood believer. I literally put my money on Spood in the fucking predictions.
You literally got it.
Yeah. So let it be shown that despite me saying some fucking like dumb shit to Spood's face, it is all a joke.
Yeah.
We have.
I want everyone to know I was right.
He was right. Dude, fucking the real victory today, the real champion was Nick. Give it up for Nick.
Good job, Nick.
I got affiliate today.
Hell yeah. I saw that. You sent me the picture.
Yeah.
You got what today?
Good shit, dude. You got
I got
affiliate.
affiliate.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
You said
at
that.
long last, the long journey is
Yeah.
finally over. We have reason to celebrate, man. Fucking
Yep.
raise your glass.
Yeah, we all have reason to celebrate. Spood won DDD. I got affiliate. Is alive.
Didn't have to play in the playoffs today.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
I got to commentate for the first time in my life, so I'm happy.
You did.
Hey. You did good.
I like to think you did good. I have to go back and watch it.
I mean,
I'll fucking rip into your commentary, dude. I'll tell you what's up.
I'm always open for feedback.
Yeah,
No, we're here to learn. After all, this was my first time.
of course.
But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the show for tonight.
Yeah, that's double
Thank
dip.
everybody for who participated for participating and who watched for watching.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun playing. I had a lot of fun commentating. I hope people had a lot of fun watching and playing as well.
Thanks to everybody who entered. You know, we're open to feedback, and again, we're gonna look at making season 2, you know, bigger and better and fun and, you know, exciting, and it's gonna be great. And I feel like, you know, double dip went well, but if there's any feedback or anything that you'd like us to take into account, you know, drop into our Discord or hit us up, and you know, we will take that feedback on board. So the next season is fucking blow your pants off, amazing.
Hell yeah.
And if you think you have an interest, but you're not quite sure how you feel about Pokemon yet, you're always welcome to come to one of my tourneys. Like me and said earlier, every 2 weeks, we do different tiers, so you get a feel for all the tiers. So you'll be working with in DDD.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
good. It is a fun time.
Yeah, and of course, you know, try to stay in the Discord. You can stay up to date for when the second season is happening, or if like the off season is going to be a thing and how that's going to work. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming everybody's way in the near future.
And
Stay tuned,
remember,
folks.
Also, that's
And remember,
that's some good
San Francisco.
feedback we just phrases on.
and remember, San Francisco, stay classy.
Stay sexy and don't get murdered.
Goodbye, everyone.